Along with your personal information, your concentration is your most important asset. To make you lose track of time, billions of dollars are spent each year by social networks aiming to capture and hold your attention. You see, throughout this process, your attention energy runs out very quickly, which is why you find it difficult to concentrate on any one thing. Hello and welcome to Luxury Wire. In this video, we'll go through a few methods for managing and mastering your focus levels. At number 1, construct a mental, or better yet, a physical wall around yourself. The oldest tip in the book is to go alone into a room and concentrate, since it essentially works for everyone. That, however, isn't always a possibility. The next best option is to create a fictitious room. You must appreciate what you're doing and keep outside influences out of it. People who disregard the importance of who you are and what you're doing ought to go for a stroll. Although others may criticize you for being conceited and possibly self-important, you are ultimately responsible for getting things done. They'll discover you're genuinely working on something in the later part. Additionally, you only need to perform it for a few hours rather than forever. Number 2, put your mind in airplane mode. There are several productivity and concentration apps available, but there is only one that can do it all, and it comes pre-installed on your phone already. It's known as airplane mode. It just does one straightforward task. It disconnects you from the outside world so that no notifications may reach you. Imagine doing the same thing for your mind right now. Imagine that airplane mode is turned on and off by a toggle switch. Random thoughts that demand your attention exist in place of notifications. So, go to airplane mode in your brain and go about your day and do your thing. Number 3, do not always be available to people. Focusing on what is genuinely important is made easier the harder it is for people to contact you. Don't let others around you show the funniest video on the internet they just came across, even if they have the best of intentions. Attempt to be as difficult to reach as you can. Go somewhere you can't be found, not even by a courier pigeon, both physically and mentally. Making yourself available all the time is really begging others to disturb you. The majority of your time should be spent offline in every sense if you want to perfect your ability to concentrate. Number 4, listen to instrumental music. Numerous studies have demonstrated that listening to music, especially music you enjoy, enhances focus. You may be familiar with the Mozart effect, in which students who listened to Mozart during a study performed higher on their assessments than those who did not. Your mood is affected by music, and it also serves as an anchor for your mind, preventing it from wandering as much. Additionally, both here on YouTube and on Spotify, there are a ton of playlists created just for this use case. Number 5, find your own rhythm. Everyone thinks and acts at a different pace. Identify yours and maintain it. Start working very slowly as you can, without looking foolish, to help you discover your rhythm. You'll notice that time seems to pass more slowly, your anxiety levels decrease, and your level of concentration sharply increases. When you have a lot of burden on your shoulders and are in a time crunch, it may be difficult for you to concentrate. You might believe that in order to finish it, you must act as quickly as possible, but at that point, you must slow down. You're not holding the entire planet on your shoulders like Atlas. Number 6, use the early hours to your advantage. Around 11 a.m. is often when you reach your highest attention level. The best time to practice attention is in the morning because that is when people are most likely to lose it to mindless social media scrolling. Use as much of your work time in the morning as you can if you have the luxury of having control over how you assign it. It's also important to note that you ought to respect your circadian cycle. About 30% of people are categorized as night owls, and other people feel awake at various times throughout the day. Find out when your early mornings are and make good use of them. Number 7, try to keep sessions under 3 hours long. You can't actually concentrate for more than 3 hours at a time, at least not that efficiently. Even that might be pushing it a little bit if you go beyond 3 hours. Your brain simply isn't designed for that kind of prolonged, intensive effort for hours on end. Nobody genuinely works from 9 to 5 every day. In reality, according to data, the majority of those with a 9 to 5 job put in roughly 3 hours work per day at work. Therefore, you did well if you were able to concentrate for at least 3 hours. Knowing this enables you to schedule in complete concentration sessions. If you want to be sustainable, you should aim for 1 to 3 focus sessions each day. Yes, it's possible that you put in a lot of effort during the all-nighter you pulled last year. However, in reality, you can't always do that when something crucial needs to be done. Additionally, this is effective at a micro level too. High performers typically devote 3 to 5 months to a project before taking a few months off to refresh. Number 8. Develop your spatial skills. Your mind is a source of your focus, and your brain power functions similarly to any other muscle. It gets stronger with training. We discovered that spatial reasoning is an excellent tool for doing just that. It refers to the capacity to mentally manipulate and visualize 3D objects and shapes. This has been even utilized by scientists to help young pupils' arithmetic abilities. Although it's not necessary, it could be a wonderful practice approach to evaluate and enhance your mental capacity. At number 9, minimizing digital use. When you put it into practice, it is something that is incredibly straightforward and obvious, but also extremely effective. In essence, you don't really need 80% of the stuff you think you require. This includes all relevant tools, apps, websites, software, and hardware. You only need a very small number of things in order to conduct typical human affairs. Find a time during the day or a day during the week where you only do those tasks. Yes, we are aware that you made significant investments in your setup to maximize productivity, but if you really want to concentrate, stick to the fundamentals. Your attention will improve immensely. Finally, at number 10, never multitask. Being average at several things at once is referred to as multitasking. Task switching is what you're really truly doing when you jump from one task to another quickly and lose focus in the process. It takes some time to get into anything. You can't just focus on it right away. With one hand behind your back, visualize pushing 5 balls up a hill. You expend more energy trying to keep the balls from rolling back down the hill regardless of how hard you push each ball. You're not really moving forward all that much if that's what you're doing. We hope you found value in this video, and if you did, smash that like button. Consider subscribing to Luxury Wire and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any upcoming videos we've prepared just for you. See you at our next one.